Today, we're at Mrs. Hansen's house. My name is Corey. I'm with All-in-One Pest Eliminators. She has a rodent problem that we're trying to figure out. It's been an ongoing process. She's in an area that's extremely conducive to rodent activity, and she's having an influx every time the weather changes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to check her out. All about eliminating the obvious entryways. That way, the ones that aren't so obvious become obvious over time. It's a process sometimes, especially in a home in these conditions, not like your normal everyday tract home that has houses next to each other, and it's easier to get around it and to see what's causing these problems, eliminating their food sources, their harborage sites, all of their natural conducive conditions that make this home and other homes attractive. So that's what we try to do, is eliminate those attracting harborage sites and food sources. Hey, how you doing?
You want him to be quiet?
No, we love action.
We had everything that we could cut back
Okay.
as best we could.
Okay. Some stuff I see we left.
What? Yeah, I can try to cut that back a
Yeah,
little bit.
just like
okay.
that branch there. And we can reposition this to where it grows differently.
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is never gonna stop growing,
I know.
right?
I know.
So even if you topped it, repositioned it to where it grew another way, to where it wasn't directly on the roof.
Right.
That's the plan.
Right.
Now, let's check them out. Have we
Yeah,
heard anything?
yeah, but not until it got wet.
Not till it got wet?
Not until it got wet a while ago. Like a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to check her traps. I'm getting ready to see what kind of activity I have since the last time I set the traps in her attic. Should be 2 or 3 up there. And hopefully we don't have much, but I'm kind of hoping that I got a body or 2. Okay, my second access. And have mercy, she was right. We have some bodies. What we have here is active rodent activity, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find out how they're getting in here.
Yep.
All right. Let me go get my bag them, tag them, reset them. Yeah. I know, right? I wasn't gonna be too specific.
Thank you.
All right, now it's removal time. Removal, reset, inspect, find, and seal. My favorite part of the job, being the Grim Reaper. The same areas. Even though that rat might eat that mouse, if he gets caught in a trap, he'll eat him.
Oh.
Quick. Get her back set to 0. See what I can find on the exterior and get her closed up. All right, Miss Hansel, we're coming through.
Okay, get rid of the...
And I know you don't want to see, so keep your eyes closed.
I'm not
Yes,
looking.
ma'am.
Yeah, you can put them out front.
Mm-hmm. We making our one-way step and move. I'm making my way
The
out.
dog would like to see them, but not me.
Still afraid of heights. I tell some of my customers, I've only been doing this a couple weeks. Are you new at this? Absolutely. I used to be a car salesman. Very capable. And when it comes to squeezing into a space, they're the kings. They're the kings of it. What I'm looking for, cracks, crevices, and voids, openings that they may have chewed. See, a rodent, when it comes to roofs, and it comes to them getting into a small void, they can access that void, get into the cracks and crevices of that void and the way that these walls and roofs were made, and it's like a maze. The #1 master to a maze is a rodent. So once he squeezes himself in here, no matter where it's at, he'll be able to access that attic area, follow those water lines down into the kitchen and or the crawl space from up here and or the bottom. which in a house this size can be extremely difficult. This is why we tell them that it's a process, and we have to search them out, work them out, find out how they're getting in, okay? And you see how they got those attic vents on that pitched roof and that grass is growing? That's unsafe. Those trees are touching that roof line, and that's that same roof I was just in. Because we walked around, that's that hallway, right? That's that hallway right there. That's it, Padre. I got a feeling that's it. The bottom of this house has been a task, only because of the way it runs. I wasn't sure if they were tunneling all the way through and coming up through her foundation, or if they literally created an area, or if they just got sealed in and there was just an abundance of them that were locked in at the same time. Once 2 rodents get locked in 1 month, they can double in in activity. Okay, a couple more weeks from there, it can triple. These rodents breed extremely fast, so it was confusing to me at first. Okay, did I lock these in and they had a chance to breed? They were just avoiding my traps for a little while.
Okay, in the back.
In the back.
I'm not going because I don't want to know again.
I know, that's right. When was the last time you were down here?
A while ago.
All right. It can be a process when you're dealing with something that's literally this big. Okay? You're talking about a void that can be just as small as this that he's getting into, or a burrow that he's coming out of. Finding that can be a process of elimination, and that's exactly what we're doing, a process of elimination. I go through my first areas, then I go through the secondary areas, and then I have the guys check the attic, then I have them crawl them tight areas in there, make sure everything is tight, follow the water lines, and then we set up the traps and the bait to see what we get. Okay? Josh.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm alright. This one is a little custom. You know what I'm saying? So do the copper, do the foam, do them holes.
Yep.
Unless squaring them off and stapling them will be easier. It might be, but you're gonna have to cut 8 strips.
8 strips?
It may be easier to foam and stuff for right now. And if we have to staple later, we can.
Yeah.
All right, for Miss Hansen's house, I'm sending Josh and you here by yourself?
No, Darnell's on his way and he had to drive out here.
Josh and Darnell, they're going inside. They're gonna seal up the areas that I noticed inside the attic. Then they're gonna set some traps and they're gonna set the customer up with a follow-up so that I can come back, check their work and the activity. That lets me know what they still have in there based on her activity, what she's been experiencing since they left, and that 50-50 ratio of did we lock something in? Is this the downward spiral? Or do we really have to focus on that other roof? So that's where we're at with this one.
Because it's really hard to control these things in a natural setting like this. And the unfortunate thing is that it's in an attic over a bedroom. So at night, they move around. So I don't know how many caught, but it's my hope that some of the internal work they do today will at least cut down on it, if not stop it. And I don't know. I think the previous owners just lived with it. It didn't bother them so much. They had a cat, and I think they knew there were critters up there, and it didn't bother them. It bugs the heck out of me. But I love working with Corey because he takes it seriously. All-in-one's been great because they come out and they haven't given up.